Well, good afternoon and good evening, everyone, and welcome along to tonight's race, which is Amigos Racing. And now it's a smaller grid here tonight in Nuremberg, but it's going to be full of action. And excitingly for myself, I have the flirt himself, Liam, is joining me in. So welcome, Liam.
Good evening.
Well, are you looking forward to tonight's bit of racing on the other side of it for a change?
I am on the other side. It's going to be an entertaining race. A lot of action at the front, which I don't normally get to see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be definitely full of action. I'm expecting when Chris comes in to spin at least twice.
Yeah, it's looking damp out there as well, so it's going to be an entertaining one.
Oh, it's going to be full of entertainment. Normally the Amigos grids are slightly bigger than this, and I'm sure a few more will join in because this is still practice for 28 minutes. And then we'll go on then for quali and then on to the main race as well. What are you expecting here tonight? Weather-wise, I know it's a massive chance of rain. What are you expecting out of the guys?
A big chance of rain. Tedder to spin. Jurglers to spin.
That's fair.
Everyone else, James Franklin's normally does pretty well in the wet. He's not the fastest, I think he'd admit that himself, but he's so consistent, and it's like he's hired the Red Bull pit strategists. He absolutely nails it every week when it's wet. Yeah,
definitely. And your brother's after coming in there going, he will make up for Liam not being on the grid, and thank you, Source.
He can do one.
It's good to see the brotherly love, and thank you, Source is actually my brother, so he's just in here
spamming
me.
Yeah.
So
who's the better looking one?
Definitely me. Although he's the one that's married though, so in fairness, technically you can say he is. He actually married a woman.
He's a married woman?
Oh, he's a married woman. And Tech 7's in there as well. Yeah, I think tonight, I love this track. I know you were saying there that you're not, like, wouldn't be your favourite. I think this track, it's all about nailing at every corner. Like, you fuck it up. It's not as if it was like Alton Park last night with ERA, with ERA. Like, where Alton Park, you really need to keep it on the track limits. With this one here, the curbs fuck you up, I find, a lot more.
Yeah, the Schumacher S's are horrible. And turn 11, the turn after the Schumacher S's, you go with the camber, but you can lose it so easily putting the power down into turn 12. And the first sector, it's so technical, it's so slow. You feel like you're crawling around it when you're flying. When it's greasy, it just gets even worse.
Yeah, I love this track with a passion. So we're going to go on board here on the front splitter of Darren Christie for a lap anyway. Looking forward to kind of seeing what happens with Amigos moving forward as well, with the affiliation with our own league, and hopefully now that ERA is now stopped with both seasons until January at least, I would like to see a few of the drivers popping over here and jumping in and filling the grid up a bit. Hopefully it does happen.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's difficult for people to go across and mid-season. No one particularly likes joining when you're at the back. So yeah, hopefully, and it's one of those leagues where the guys at the front are pretty damn quick, and it's more of an experience with the weather. You don't get that. Well, I'm not aware of any leagues that are like that. So it's just an experience, and you do become a better driver for it.
Well, Chris is a sadistic fucker, let's be fair.
He is.
He is sadistic.
He likes abusing himself as well, so.
And come here, Fierro is saying hello from Brazil and saying the Schumacher S is also known as the Vieiro Straits. Brilliant.
I think they're known as a lot of straights.
Well, I have to say, I do love this track. I love the Schumacher S's. It's all about being patient and understanding the car. The M4 around here is so sweet to drive.
Oh yeah, when you get it right, it is absolutely amazing, but it's getting it right, it don't happen too often.
No.
Not for me anyway.
I only had the experience of the one ever race here with Gamble, with the endurance race. But unfortunately, you don't want to talk about that one, I don't think.
That was a shit show from the start.
Oh man. I was raging as well though, because we got, like, myself and Chris Wall got took out of it as well.
Yeah, I know there's a few issues. It's difficult when you're with events like that not to have live stewarding, but it's difficult to arrange live stewarding. Yeah,
well, yeah, for a long race. I'm looking forward to our event starting though on the 12th as well. I think they're going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be good fun.
Oh, I can't wait for it, man. Cannot wait for it.
Did a bit of practice before jumped on with you.
Well, how'd you get on?
Yeah, not too bad. High 59s in the Audi, so we're getting there.
Oh, Chris Taylor's driving McLaren.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Naughty.
Interesting.
I've not seen him in one of them before.
No, I'm so confused right now. It's normally the fucking Honda.
It's less volatile, so it might do him better.
Yeah, this car is lovely. The only one thing I will say about the McLaren, when he goes onto them curbs, that car gets so fucking twitchy.
It does not like a curb.
Oh no. But very fun car to drive, to be fair. But what's Vern out? And Vern's out in the Mercedes. Such a wild choice of a car. How do you find the Mercedes? I know you've driven it a little bit.
So I picked up a Watkins. Oh dear, what's going on there?
Oh, the fire on him had a bit of a tip.
I think it's very track specific. I picked up a Watkins.
Yeah.
Had a great race at Watkins, and then struggled to drive it after that.
Oh, really?
It was terrible at Nürburgring in the wet.
Yeah.
It was terrible at Nürburgring.
Fair enough. Has Liam been banned from racing in this league, Wrexler's, after saying?
I've banned myself.
Who is the
Matt Jones was asking about the break in January. I don't know. I don't think they do. I think they race straight through.
No, I think they do race straight through. You're dead right there. Thank you, Soros. My brother's coming out with some crazy stuff here. God help anyone reading it.
Is he alright?
Ian is what you would call very special. I know, he's actually the most intelligent out of all of us, to be fair about it. So that'll tell you, if he's that bad, you can only imagine what the rest are like.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's now 12 in, so Massey's after joining. Massey's a good old racer.
Yeah, he is. Chris Wall's in there as well.
Chris Wall, my teammate in the endurance race, I have a lot of time for him. Actually, a bang on dude, and what I liked about doing the endurance as well, I got to talk to himself and Ellis, which I would have never really had like a massive conversation with them. Like, you get to know the guys a bit more. They're both such bang on blokes.
I've not had any real dealings with them.
Yeah, Chris is actually a gent. Honestly, God, he's a gent.
But yeah, Chris Tedder speaks highly of Chris Walls. Stacey Ellis has been around. Hang on.
Rex was saying the bloke on comms last night was like a young Murray Walker. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about Liam's little brother?
No, it was Nathan, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was Nathan on last week, yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Murray Walker himself. Yeah, but I actually enjoy the fact that he's jumping in for a bit of comms as well. Because as much as I love doing it by myself, it's always great to have you guys in and actually having a bit of back and forward banter as well.
It'd be a lonely couple of hours going and talking to a screen.
I know, like, to be honest with you, most of the time it's fine, but I find it runs a lot better because you might see something that I'm not seeing, do you know, that kind of way? To get another perspective on it's always very good, and then to get another kind of opinion on an incident or anything like that while it's happening. Like, I'll call you Ted Kravitz, and I'll call myself Martin Brundle because I'm not that much of a clown. True, actually, that was an insult, sorry. Oh, stop. But who else is out there now? Well, Santos is there as well. So there's a good few in the pits.
Mr. Gamble.
Wait, how come Wall's livery is not actually loading up as a proper livery?
No. We have had a few problems with that. The decals don't come on, so I'm not sure.
I've noticed that. Jorgel's one, I do love Jorgel's car. The OnlyFans livery.
Yeah, it's a real livery, isn't it?
It's so good.
You should have gone with 69 though.
Yeah. Would have been epic. Wow. So
up a bit.
Rex was telling me that the guest was so good. That must mean that I'm that bad that he really thinks the guest is that good. What do you call it when two photographic journalists from Helsinki? Oh, Jesus Christ, a photo finish. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, there's some bad jokes being shown out there.
Can you time him out or something?
Huh?
Can you time him out or something?
I just think he's actually been smoking crack for a while. It's the only explanation. So another 19 minutes of practice. I'm wondering, is it going to be a full night race? Because if it's evolving the way it is, it's definitely going to be.
Is it going to be a night race?
It's looking that way.
I don't know, let's have a look, shall we?
How does Liam feel being second rate to Smith driver of the year? Wow. Wow.
He's got to let him out, you know. He's down in the AMs. He's got to have a chance, hasn't he? Keep him interested.
Who's the fave to win tonight? It's because Wall. I know Wall is genuinely quick around here, so I'd go between Wall, Tedder. Oh fuck! I actually don't know.
I'd put my money on Franklin. A bit of an outsider. Not quite an outsider, but given the weather conditions.
I'm going to put Wall. Wall is going to be very underrated because when we were doing qualifying, he done so good in quality and had a bit more time in it. Like Wall was, I think he actually qualified you lads, didn't he?
And then in jury did.
Yeah, like Wall is genuinely fast. Obviously Tedder is stupidly fast and consistent, and I'm wondering how he's adapting with the McLaren. It's such a weird thing.
It's difficult to get engaged with the track like this and that.
Yeah. Well, John Dudley's done the fastest lap so far. There's not really been a proper representative lap yet, if we're being absolutely honest.
It starts at 3 PM in the afternoon. And it's 4 times multiplier, so we finish at dusk.
Okay.
But we've got a 0.4 cloud level, which is quite high, and a 0.1 rain, so it's likely to rain. It's going to be cold, 15 degrees.
Jorgel on the Nostage Snort says, Tankastor says he's going to gamble. And you know something? Gamble is not the fastest driver out there, but he's always consistent and always up there, isn't he, in fairness to him?
He is. He's getting quicker, though, to be fair. He was banging out some rapid times for when we were in Nuremberg 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's just if he can handle the weather.
I think Smee's going to struggle in that Lamborghini. For some reason, I just think that Lambo, it's like a bit of a dog to drive, isn't it?
He doesn't normally drive it. He drives M4 normally.
Why did he go for the Lambo here? The M4 is so much nicer.
He's been driving the Lambo in Thursday night, so I don't know whether he's looking to move across to it because he's meant to be a buff coming for it, quite a big buff.
Okay.
So potentially that when the next update's out, which I'm not sure when it is.
Yeah, because it's, I don't know, it sounds gorgeous to drive, but the Audi is such a nicer car to drive than that, and they're pretty much similar cars, really.
I mean, it's a Lambo, what's not to like?
Oh no, it looks lovely, it's loud and silly.
I mean, if you're going off sound, you've got to drive the Ferrari. The pops and crackles when you come off the accelerator on that are sexual.
I haven't drove the Ferrari yet. Do you know what I drove the other night and I was really impressed with? The Bentley.
It's the right-hand drive, it really puts me off.
Really?
Yeah, and it feels like a massive boat.
Oh no, it definitely feels like a boat.
It's quick, it eats a curb up.
Yeah.
It's the right-hand drive, it really throws me off.
So Tedder's allowed car changes for the rest of the season. Hence the boys are all in different cars.
Oh, I'd have been racing tonight if I'd have known that. Jeez.
Fuck. Well, you can jump in if you want. I don't mind. I won't take offense.
Too late now. No, I can't. I'm not going out in the AMG.
Go on, you.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Jurgel's going off on his OnlyFans. McLaren back to the pits he goes.
He's living his best life, isn't he?
Oh, I like that livery on Ver's car. Quite aggressive looking.
Is that a stock car? Is that a stock livery?
I think it is. Well, I won't have a clue anyway. It looks like it is anyway. The left hand that Lambo looks a bit low. Wow, mechanic there.
I was talking to Douglas just before you come on here, and he's ditching the Macca at the end of the season.
Really?
He's going back to the M4. Yeah, it was a lot quicker in the M4.
See, I really do like the M4 after driving it, but my heart goes back to McLaren because I'm a McLaren fan, obviously, in Formula 1.
It's just so boring. It's just the drone that puts you to sleep. It's not exciting. It's a fucking Beamer saloon car.
It's a good car, though. Like, as annoying as it is, just a saloon car, it's a good car.
but you go, what do you want, an M4 or a Lambo? I know what I'm choosing.
I'd go the M4 out with the two of them, to be honest. But like, I'd give the Bentley a go over. I'd even give the Lexus a go. The Lexus is very aggressive sounding.
Yeah, the Lexus is really good. They're really good to drive, but it's really bad on tyres.
I've never actually drove. I might give that a go later.
If you're doing sprint races, like short races, so you're not looking to change tyres, you'll be alright in the Lexus. But
okay,
it's difficult because if you spin it once, tyres will not last an hour.
Fair. But the Mercedes is okay to drive. I'll give it a quick go. I haven't driven the Honda yet that Massey's in.
the Honda, I drove it for a bit. It will kill you. It wants to kill you constantly.
So I'd love that. I love a loose car.
It's like the Porsche in a dress trying to lure you in. Say, I'm not nasty.
I like the Porsche. Everyone gives out about the Porsche. I like the Porsche.
It's difficult to drive, and if you drive that, you can't drive anything else. It's so unique.
I like it. I like a real twitchy car. I like the front end to be pointy, but I like the rear twitchy.
Well, Porsche might be for you then.
Yeah. So I might give the Honda a go as well. Like the Beamer is definitely by far the most stable. I find the Bentley is very stable as well.
Yeah, it is. It's really good on fuel as well, so it's a great endurance car if you can get on with it.
Okay. I'm going to give the Porsche a proper go now, do you know that? Because it has a lovely sound to it as well.
It does. It's a lovely car. It's just difficult to drive.
So looking at the times here, there's nothing really standing out and we going like, wow, that's fast.
I can't see the times. You're going to have to... There we go.
It's like a 155. We all definitely know there's more time in it than that.
I don't know whether that was done Can you go into the laps? I don't know whether that was done before it rained.
That was definitely done before it rained.
I say that they've not done that with the rain.
No, that's definitely not done with the rain. Luongo, Tedder drifting. I did see that in the background as well. Chris Tedder lost it a little bit in the McLaren, but he did get it back. So everyone's pretty much in the pits. Chris Wall is out there. I'm so annoyed the other bits of delivery aren't popping up, but it's such a gorgeous car.
No, it is.
Right, let's go on with the helmet view and see how he gets on for a lap. And Joe, I'll cycle through all the different branded cars so the guys listening that mightn't listen to it, they'll hear the difference. 3 Mercs in a row. Then the Honda was of course in the pits. I love that car. It's just an angry car, isn't it? The Macca is very angry.
Yeah. It's the very first car that I drove in ACC when I started playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a good car to learn in.
Listen to that, though.
Here we go, the raw scream.
You can't beat a V8. It just sounds so nice, doesn't it? I might have to give this Ferrari listen to Franklin needs to get out there. I'm going to put up a poll in the Twitch chat as well, and you can vote. I'm going to put up 5 different names of who you think will win. Be interesting to see, and I'm not keeping any, well, I am keeping people out because I have to ask. So who will win? I'm gonna pick Wall. You pick a name?
Franklin. Put Tedder in there. John Dudley as well. Obviously, he's put the quickest time in. And Massey.
Obviously, if you were in there, you'd get my vote, man.
Wasted vote, that is.
It's like one of those. It's like getting a participation medal.
Yeah.
So who did we say? So I have Wall, Franklin, Tedder, Massey, Dudley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, guys. So anyone who's in the stream, I'm putting up a poll there now. Get your votes in. We'll have it run for 4 minutes or 5 minutes. Poll is now live.
Mr. Fengler's popping in.
Mr. Fengler, you beautiful looking dude. Unfortunately, your livery is not, for some reason, loading up tonight. Guys, get your votes in. And actually, Limo, get your vote in as well.
I've already got mine in.
Oh, I know.
I mean, Chris must be in. He's just voting for himself.
Tedder's the only one that'll vote for himself. Well, Tedder's got 2 votes, so there's someone else.
He's got multiple accounts.
Ah, Tedder. Fixing this is like Donald Trump here. Russians are coming in. Wall's after getting the second vote.
Fix the vote.
Why can't they vote for Christie? Because there wasn't room for Christie in it. Oh, so it's close. Gamo Time says Christie. Okay, so we probably should have put Christie into it. There's 3 votes for Wall now. 1 for 2 for Franklin, 2 for Tedder, 1 for Massey. No one's picked Dudley. This is very interesting. So it's 3 on the ball really there. Mr. Fengler, how are you getting on anyway, bro? So Chris Wall is still leading. We didn't even put Gamble into it because the lad can be that consistent. He can let the boys all crash around him.
Yeah, he could. He'd dodge out of it.
Dudley's now on 2 votes. What the hell? Massey's only on 1. So we have what now? 5. We've 10 votes in out of 16 watching, so there's 6 votes still yet to go. Guys, get your votes in. Christian, work in the name, or in the words of Rihanna.
So have you got helicopters to fix?
Yeah, actually. Well, he's going to build a helicopter for you. He said you're not allowed to drive cars anymore. You can just go around them cameraman for me. I love night racing in this game. I have to say one thing though, there's a huge step up from this game from a normal Assetto Corsa. I know it's only because there's less amount of cars, they can put more detail into the graphics, but a huge jump nonetheless. Yeah, I do for real. I know, man. Never seen Franklin, but just picked based on blind faith. So I'm going to let you just chose someone in pure blind faith. Christian, did you have a vote? I suppose Christian probably went for Tether to be all PC, admin for admin. Christian's the first German I met though that has a sense of humour as well, like that he actually makes jokes all the time. Although it's in Sebastian Vettel, Christian and Vettel are very alike.
Why is that?
They're both German and they're both funny. That's literally what I based it off.
I don't think German and funny come in the same sentence, do they?
They do, but in fairness, Christian's driving ability is probably more like I would put Nicholas Latifi.
Oh no, definitely Pastor Maldonado.
He was a goat, man. He had a race win. You can't mock that.
Adam can go fuck himself.
This game reminds me of Robertstown or Saturday, so Betty's Jesus Christ. What do we have there? Boat ball. Oh, Sausage just calling Liam and Metal Ball by sounds of it. Oh, not Liam, sorry, Christian. Sorry, Liam. Vitaly Petrov's the only Formula 1 driver who flashes his headlights to drivers when he sees the police. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, getting dark here now, 5 minutes to go. To be honest with you, it's a dry track now, pretty much, so we should be starting to see times jumping down.
So it's bit green still by the looks of it.
Still I'd easily bang in a 151 there.
Yeah, good one.
Although I got my best time down here. I got a 150. I think it was like a 156.6 in a race.
Good time.
Which, well, for me, it was really good.
What background have you got with racing in general? I know you do a lot of comms on the F1 before.
Well, I actually used to do an awful lot of racing in Formula 1 as well before I done comms. Formula 1 was my go-to, really, being honest. And obviously, I've ran, like, I used to do, like, league versus leagues, and then, like, kind of, like, e-sport kind of things as well. Not as much as, obviously, the bigger guys in it, but, you know, I have a good bit of pace, but it's obviously slowed down over time that I haven't been playing it as much. And that's the kind of the balance off when you're doing so much comms. You're not putting the time and the effort into the racing as much. And look, I know for a fact if I sweated this out, I'd be up there with some of the best. I wouldn't say I'd be the fastest, but I reckon I'd give them all a good go.
On your night.
Oh yeah, no, I can guarantee it. If I stopped doing comms and just raced, after give me a few months, I'll be up there with close enough. I'd like to say within a half a second of Tether. Fairly quickly, and then obviously to get the Tether's level upwards will take a bit longer.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely had good pace. But like, I was a big boy racer as well, so in real life I used to drive the shit out of cars in the main roads and stuff like that all the time anyway.
Around them Irish country roads.
Well, that's it. Well, I worked in a racing circuit for 10 years, the one in Mondello Park in Ireland, so I've always been big into racing all my life, like. So I understand kind of the feeling of a car, what's happening, why it's moving around, why it's moving around and stuff like that as well, which...
Half the battle, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the dark art of ACC, the setups.
Yeah. Oh no, setup is the biggest thing, and that was the same for Formula 1 though. You could have the same talent as another driver, but if they have no understanding of a setup, that's where you really gain a lot of time.
Yeah.
Do you know? And it's the same here, because I've noticed the difference in having a base setup, and then I put on, especially in Nürburgring, I put on a decent setup, and it was 1.2 seconds faster.
Oh yeah, you're not going to get quick through putting a decent setup on, but it makes a hell of a difference to kind of have a car underneath it you can trust, and it's
definitely
secure. and it feels settled because the aggressive setups
Yeah.
compared to the CDA setups, night and day.
Yeah, oh no, 100%. But I wouldn't recommend, even though I don't race in this thing, obviously, because I'm doing so much comms, I do recommend for anyone, from what my experience is, do a track for at least an hour on a base setup and then try a real setup, and you will, not only will you learn the track on the shit setup, by the time you put on the fast setup, it's a noticeable difference. Because you're not still learning the track or the car. By that stage, you have a decent feel for it, and when you put it on, it's instantly faster. Instantly, look. Only literally now a minute and a half left. So when it comes for quali, I really don't know who's going to be where, because the track times, they're not really representative. Although they kind of all are a bit faster now.
Yeah, it's starting to come down now.
Yeah, but like I know Tether is at least 2.5-3 seconds faster than what he's shown there. I definitely know Wall is a lot faster than there as well. I expect most of them to be in the 155s minimum. And I know if you were there, it'd be a 150 even.
Oh, mate, I'd be lucky to break into the 56s.
Sure, it's worth giving you an hour big up as well.
20 viewers now, obviously. Oh, we're down to 16 again. People crawling in to see me. Nothing about you.
No, nothing about me at all. They're all mad to hear you, man. Which is good. Well, it's nice to see the streams that are steadily getting more and more drivers in now, and even on my own Twitch and that, my followers and all that have jumped up quite a bit over the last month or two, which is quite nice as well. But that's because we have been putting a lot of effort into these streams.
Yeah, definitely, it shows.
But that's definitely been worth it. I'm so looking forward to doing the endurance 6, 7, 8 hour long streams. It's going to be tiring, but it's going to be worth it. So we're just about to get into qualifying, guys, and this is now where the business starts. So Liam, I'm going to let you direct this bit. Will I do the Amigos race start scene now for quali, or will I do it for the race?
I'll do it for the race.
Do it for the race, yeah, I like that.
Do it for the race.
Yeah. I have to say I really do like their racing video. The start scene is quite nice.
They're both really good.
Yeah. Right, so guys, here we go. I think this is just open, so 15-minute qualifying. And that's how it looks. We have a shitload of Mercedes and a few others. Pretty much.
No one's jumping out the pits early. Oh, here we go, Chris Wall's off.
So we jump on with Wall.
He's set them all off, hasn't he?
Do you know what Jurgles has? Oh, geez, they're all going out now. It's down with Jurgles for an open lap. Yeah,
track's greasy, so.
Oh, it's going to be absolutely.
People are hoping for a bit of better weather, drawing off towards the tail end of.
How's Jurgles' splitter already scratched to shit? Jurgles are a rough man.
The floor.
He's a rough man. Whoever wrapped the car used second-hand wrap. Was that Christian? Come on, Gamble and Christy, do it for me. Actually, the Audi should be quite alright around here, but it's still a little bit twitchy on the curbs, isn't it?
Depends on your setup. I find it eats the curbs, it rides curbs well.
Okay.
I had a bit of an issue last night. I picked the Evo, not the Evo 2.
Oh, you were telling me a 1.5 second difference or something like that?
You can't take the same lines.
That's absolutely crazy. I can't believe the difference.
I was I was at the back of the Pro-Am. Couldn't get near the times I was doing.
Fuck.
In the Evo 2. It was a tough night.
I'm going to jump over Franklin. I haven't heard that Ferrari yet.
Oh, get in there. Get inside.
Definitely has the angry sound. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Spitting and farting.
God, you're going to get banned off Twitch playing stuff like this.
Do you want a minute to yourself there, bud?
I might do. Hang on, back in a minute, boy.
Yeah, no, it definitely has a nice sound off throttle. I'm surprised they all don't have a bit more of a backfiery noise out of them, because in real life they absolutely fuck flames out for sport.
Yeah. They're bloody loud.
Oh yeah. That's why. Would you go to any Grand Prix or anything like that? I'm going to try book Silverstone this year before it's fucking sold out.
Well, I live literally 20 minutes away from Silverstone.
Nice.
But I can't afford to go. I went to Donny GT3, British GT3s the other week.
Nice.
That was good fun. Took my eldest. He had a good time.
Nice one. And what's the GT3 ticket prices like?
Oh, 22 quid.
Fuck.
For the Sunday.
Wow.
There was 4 different classes. So there was they're Formula 3, Formula 4. I think it's GB3 and 4 now.
Yeah.
Ginettas and the GT3s, and the GT3s there was GT4s racing as well. So there's probably about nearly 10 races across the day.
Fucking hell, that's
22 quid for an adult ticket.
Yeah.
Kids go free up to 13, I think it is. So great value.
Nice. Yeah, it's like our track Mondello as well. It's cheap enough and you get some top quality racing, but the Formula 1 is getting more and more expensive.
Oh, it's getting so popular now, and it's I get it, but 300 quid for a weekend, it's just
it is a lot.
It's just too much.
It is a lot. But to be honest with you, if I was going there, I'd be doing the camping. Fuck that.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck.
Oh, I wouldn't need to.
Well, yeah, you can just stroll home. Leango say might be sold out already. I'm not too sure because I was looking back in May with one of the lads. We were going to try and go to a Grand Prix during the summer. Every ticket was sold out other than the tickets that were like fucking $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Fuck that.
I know Matty went this year.
Did he?
Yeah, this year. Yeah, Jack went. Jack Holden.
Nice.
So a few lads go.
Nice.
But so I went at the beginning of the year. I went to Monster Trucks. I can't remember what it's called now. Monster Jam. It was at London Stadium. I went with my dad and my two eldest.
Nice.
God, they are so loud.
Oh yeah, sure.
Massive V8s in a stadium, just echoing round. You can you know, like when you feel it inside you.
Yeah.
It's just. Oh.
That's what I like. I love that.
That was good fun.
So there's not really any major representative times here at the minute. That's why I'm sitting on my Chris Wall. He's done a lap in 5 minutes and 4 his last lap, so I'm pretty sure he can beat that.
Out lap. Yeah. The track's gone too fast now, so it's coming to him.
Liango was saying the British GT is amazing in person.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree. And we've got Brands, Donny, Alton. Like 3 great tracks. Alton's a bit far, but like kind of I'm in between Brands and Donny.
I do like Donny, I have to say.
Great track, and when we went, we parked in Sparky's car park.
Nice.
Which overlooks the crane of curves through down an old hairpin.
Yeah, the two Verzar brothers, Teddy.
Great view.
Yeah.
If you got a Sunday afternoon free and it's on, I'd recommend it to anyone.
Nice. See, I still have a fixation with the British touring cars. I still love them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just love them.
They're about the same sort of price as well.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know you're going to get a bit of action in them, aren't you?
Oh yes.
Double banging.
Yeah.
There's a few more tracks as well, though. It's Croft, Knockhill.
Yeah, they've got a few interesting tracks as well, in fairness to them. They do Silverstone as well.
Yep.
Chris Wall is now on pole, 157.4. It's sad Jason Plato's retiring this year, isn't he?
He is. He's got to be knocking 60 odd now, hasn't he?
He's about 55, 56.
He's getting on. And I remember growing up watching touring car. My dad loved it.
Yeah.
I remember playing Tokka Touring Car on the PC.
Oh, what a game. Do you remember when Tokka 2 came out? Oh, man.
And Donny, you could on doing the Grand Prix circuit.
Yeah.
You could skip the Melbourne hairpin bit and just take the national circuit round and not get any track limit warnings. Right.
The joys of older games, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? You get a game release and that's what you get. You know updates.
That's just literally it. Enjoy it. What a game, though. Honestly, Tokka Touring Cars, I guarantee if you played it today, you'd still love it just as much as you would have back then.
Oh, God. Good luck finding some to play it on, to get it to work. I'm sure someone has.
Oh, yeah. Well, sure, an emulator is all you need.
Yeah, that's true.
So at the minute, 156 by Dudley.
Getting down to the times we're expecting, aren't we?
I'll throw up the times there. We're expecting a few under 55s.
Oh yeah, we're getting there though. We're getting there.
So the track is now fast. Coming into the real side of things here now.
Is anyone going to manage to time it nicely to get? Is it going to develop to optimum?
Very nice.
5 minutes maybe.
I think it will, because it's after evolving quite fast there, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's come down to fast. It's gone from greasy to fast, isn't it?
Yeah. So Smee is now up in 4th spot. Tedder's only in 6th, but obviously Tedder we know can go. A lot of these can go faster. John Dudley's on a faster lap here, so we'll jump on with Dudley. This looks like it's going to be a pole lap here. Or provisional pole, should we say. Yeah, so provisional pole, 156.2.
Have you got your the timing overlay bit on the bottom right?
Where is it?
Does that work? It's not there on the main stream.
Oh, is it not? Oh, sorry, I need to turn that back on. That's a separate thing. Sorry about that.
Get fucking amateur hour.
Man,
there we go.
I'm trying to get them to sort that because I'm after the person who developed this app. I'm after hounding him. He should have never told me about he'd do stuff for me. I'm hounding him at the minute. Because I want them to have every overlay so I can get rid of all the original stuff. And you know where the timer is? I want to have like an ERA qualifying, and then Amigos qualifying and stuff like that. If it can be possibly done.
You should be able to get a live timer. So like, you can see where the times are at as it goes along.
Yeah, but you know where it says qualifying? We could have like the ERA qualifying and then Amigos qualifying.
Okay, I see what you mean.
To really kind of jump up our quality. Whether it will happen or not, we'll see, but you don't ask, you don't get. Risty to Tedder for this is my final predictions. Wall, he hit the wall. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's go back into the timing here. Everyone's improving. Neil Massey is up half a second, but he needs to find like 1.5 seconds really to jump up. I'm surprised the guys haven't found more pace.
Yeah, you'd expect a bit better on the faster track. Whether they're reluctant to come in.
I know the drivers as well. I'm surprised the drivers haven't really pushed it.
Well, yeah, you never know. They might come out with their pressures aren't quite right.
Yeah.
I'd wait him to come to, but it's a bit late to go in and come out and get them back up to pressure for a hot lap now.
Yeah. The one thing I'm not liking about this though, it doesn't show Joe on the tyre temperatures and stuff like that. You can see it when you're driving.
Yeah, it never has. There's an ACC drive. I think you can link to people and get it, but that's a paid service. And yeah, ACC is terrible for anything helpful.
Well, I'm paying for the broadcasting service. This new broadcasting tool, I'm going to be paying for that, like.
Yeah.
So, but see, he's after giving me an option where you can do it for life, for the year, by the month. So it's choosing what I want to do.
But that's the thing, that this shouldn't be a thing. It should be built into the game.
Oh no, definitely should be built into the game, but it's not. That's the issue. We just have to go along with it. Like, there is the free tool there, but the fact the free tool, for some reason, if you remember, the overall standings down the left hand side weren't showing up the last time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too unreliable. And that's where the paid ones is the only way we're actually going to get a reliable set of software. Because they're always looking at it and there's always support there then if you need it.
So Smee's just come out on some fresh tyres.
Nice. See, they're all going to have to start being out on the track now. There'll be no second chances. Chris Tedder's splitter is nice and tidy, not a scratch on it. He must be waxing it before he came out.
That's why he's late in. Been rubbing his splitter.
Do you know, he's the kind of guy in real life I would assume would do that. Because he has the pace.
Me. He loves a gilet. Kind of bloke I like.
He loves his what?
He loves a gilet.
What the fuck is that?
A body warmer.
Oh. Wait, man, you're talking posh to me here. Gilet.
Posh.
Yeah, posh, who are you? Oh, look at that. See, that's the thing. I want to see that predicted time in Delta live. I suppose it stops people from seeing your tyre temps and stuff like that.
I don't see why it shouldn't be a thing.
People are very serious about their esports, man.
They are, aren't they?
There's a lad I know from ERA, his name is Liam, and he will not even tell people the PSI he runs.
Don't want to know.
He's too fast.
You think this is secretive? Our factor is terrible for it. There's literally nowhere to get setups.
Lad, I wouldn't trust anyone from ordering there to be told straight away. Everyone shares everything. But that's what I do love about ERA, and I think it is the same though in Amigos. Just people help each other out. Like the slow drivers do get assistance from the faster drivers, so all definitely. These communities are amazing to be joining, especially if you're only getting into doing it.
Couldn't agree more.
Gamble's on a pole lap here at the minute. He's in the purple so far.
Always had to take it easy for the...
He's actually after gaining time, funnily enough.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's up half a second. So that puts him into the 155s pretty much. How does he go on through here? He's up more time, he's after gaining under the 10th.
Flying.
That's all on the exit here. Does he pull any more time out of it? This is definitely pole anyway. Yeah, 155.8.
Great lap. Great lap for the conditions, evidently.
Absolutely. Tedder's up 0.4 of a second, but he's not near pole. He needs to pull at least under 0.4 of a second. I'm surprised Chris Wall isn't up there. And he's in the pit, so he won't be going up there.
Judging by the times, it's pretty tricky at the moment.
Definitely, but the good thing for Tedder is he's planned this perfect. He can get another lap in. He can burn off a bit more fuel. The tyres will be nice and crispy now. But he's given up. He's given up.
Might not have the fuel.
No. The Tedder did get pole, by the way.
He's gone pole.
Literally by point... Well, I'll have to bring it up there because there's actually too minute to be actually looking at. 0.018 of a second. So let's have a look at these guys here and see what they can do. This is their last attempt at it, and at the minute, Matthew Gamble though is up a bit of time so far. He's in the purple.
Is he finding more time? Joglis has parked it.
So it's down McGamble. Can Gamble do anything about this?
It's just so planted, isn't it?
Oh,
it doesn't ever look like it's about to spin.
But I say it doesn't look very dramatic either. With the McLaren, you're like, oh, it's a bit lower and it sounds more aggressive. Gamble is doing a nice lap now. At the minute, he's actually down a 10th, so he's after losing a bit of time. And John Dudley's up. John Dudley's on for a pole lap now. He's gone into the purple there for a second. So I have to jump back to Mr. Dudley. So Gamble,
he's gone wide. Oh, here we go. Dudley, oh, you've left him at the wrong moment.
But Dudley, I'm not, because Dudley's in the purple here. Dudley could be getting pole.
Oh, we're all here to see the crashes.
I'll do it. I'll go back a minute now in a second and we'll watch that again. Just for you in a helicopter view. Oh, he's after dropping out of the purple, but he could be up in the second. He just had a bad exit. Can he gain time up here? If you can gain this just right, these two corners you can make a lot of time, but just be brave. Yeah. Send it. He's after gaining a 10th back. Send it, come on. He's in the purple, he's in the purple. Go on, Dudley, you little hooer. I think he's done it. I actually think he's done it. He did! He's after getting pole.
Nice.
No, what a hero.
Talk about timing it perfectly.
What a hero. Fang always picking on a helicopter view. We're expecting you to fix it, so we'll go back. Oh no, she can't go back a minute now because it's jumped out of the session. Ain't that a bitch?
False promises.
That is false promises. Sorry about that. But Christian, I have to say one thing. You're a hero. Although, what's the crack with the Merc with the arse up in the air here?
Oh, he's in the setup menu.
Ah.
Got your mechanics running around, can't you see him?
Oh, I knew that. So we tether there. There's a few of them in the setup screen, alright. Matchy Gamble's in there.
Themselves.
So go on. So you've got Gamble, Jorgles, Massey then in the Honda, Chris in the ERA livery that's missing the ERA logos. Then you have James Farkland just in a blank car because there's no livery loaded. Darren Christie. You have Smee, Carl Verne. I do like the Carl's car. Then you've got Javer and Hugo Santos.
Chris is struggling. Chris is struggling in the Merc. I'm not surprised, Chris. It's a bitch around here.
That Merc?
Yeah, it's saying he's struggling in the Merc.
But to be fair about it, Chris Wall is a hero. He's gonna fly it. I just know it. Chris, I believe in you.
Yeah, he pulled a lap out last lap, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
That 10-second succession penalty will be a bit of a problem, though. I don't know who's getting the 15. I don't know who won last week.
I don't think he's here. That's why it's not there.
Chris hasn't got one, Chris Hedder, so it's going to play nice into his hands.
It definitely is. Definitely is. So this is going to be an interesting race. I have you guys muted, so I hope you're being nice. Well, Liam was after saying how much he hates you. Liam said you're the slowest lad he's ever come across.
That's a lie. That's slander, that is.
I suppose I was going to say prove me wrong, but he can because it's fucking recorded. So I can't really. Chris, where'd that come from? Chris, to be honest with you, it was a good lap by him.
Can we get the quality times up?
Timetable. Oh, I'll have to go back out of the menu, won't I? Yeah, 1 sec. And we still have to play the... I won't ever go back to garage.
Nah, don't worry.
So let's
play that intro.
Let's forget about that. So guys, this is the amazing intro. And then we go on with the race here. I have to say, it's a much more organised stream with Liam, as you can tell. Had to put that in there. So yeah, who do you think is going to get the win?
Look at that for timing. Perfect. So it was planned.
Come here, we're the best broadcasting duo known to man. I'll stick on with the leader.
Who's Brundle then?
I'm definitely Brundle. I'm the old fart. You're the young gun. So this is an hour-long race, guys, and there's a mandatory pit stop as usual.
Tedder's got a bit of a jump on the lineup, and Dudley was a bit slow off.
Tedder got a massive jump. Gamble's going to be up there as well. And Chris Wall is after getting a nice jump as well. Oh! Chris Wall is after getting handed the lead there. So that was Gamble.
Gamble's red-handed with that one.
I'm going back 30 seconds. We're going to jump on with Gamble. Where is he? And we're going to jump on inside the car.
Yeah, he's cut inside. I think he's misjudged it. He's got the run on him.
Is it just that he missed? Yeah, he tried going there.
Got the inside and then,
that's what.
Yeah, he didn't. He misjudged the speed.
Yeah, he definitely was carrying a lot more speed than the guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, Tedder I'd say would be sick. But look at this lad here, Mr. Wall, the lawyer of life. And that's the view he has now. So that looks like Massey in second then.
It does.
And then Darren Christie is in third. I'm going to go with Jorgels here though. Because Jorgels is up into fifth spot. Just Sneeze barely ahead of him. Wow, that's a crazy start. Hola amigos, says DeSantis. How are you doing? DeSantis should be out here racing as well. What a dude.
No, he was in the practice of endurance earlier.
Put
my times to shame. Low 58s.
Dudley is after being overtook by Franklin. Well, Franklin's after going off, is he? Franklin spun with heavy damage on the front of the car. Chris Tedder's gone off again with mahoos of damage.
Yeah, they'll be coming in early, I think.
They'll have to. So
they're going to try and eke it out to the 5 minutes of the pit window.
But you know what? They're probably better off doing that.
Yeah, you're going to lose less time if you can make it round.
Yeah. So Jorgels here is absolutely on here. Carl Vera, what's happened? Oh, Vera going completely off the track. Let's go back 10 seconds, see what happened. He just went straight off.
Took that wrong, yeah.
Oh, wow. He went for a new part of the track there.
He was off around the Nordschleife.
Literally. Oh, Dudley has huge damage on the front of his car.
Yeah, I think they're all going to kind of eke out to 5 minutes to get in the pit window, I think.
They're going to have to now. This is playing right into the hands of Massey and Wall here.
Dog meat, it's not even dark, it's just some kind of easy mode. For the Amigos, yes it is. Daytime and it's dry.
Yeah, for Amigos, yeah, it is quite tame, isn't it? Oh, Christian is going back to work. Enjoy it, bro. Speak to you soon. So Chris Wall is still fighting with Massey. Hugo Santos is after losing out to Tedder. So Tedder is travelling all right in his absolutely riddle-looking McLaren. Wow, that McLaren actually got hit all over.
Yeah, he's going to have a bit of repairs today.
Oh yeah, Massey though is putting the pressure on Wall. Although Wall, I know, is quite good under pressure.
Yeah. It's if they can work together to build out a bit of a league, because there's no doubt that the two, well, Tedder, Gamble and Dudley are going to be coming through. Absolutely.
Well, see, Gamble and Dudley have time penalties, so that's not going to help them either. They've another 10 and 5 seconds between them. So there's an awful lot of time penalties there, but that's obviously from the penalties is carried from the last race. So Dudley came second in the last race, which is a 10-second penalty for this race, and Gamble coming third gave him a 5-second penalty. And what was looking like a great start for them guys has turned into a horrific start. So Chris Wall is starting to eke out again from Massey. So it looks like Mercedes is much stronger in kind of the end of Sector 2 into Sector 3, but the Honda is definitely more stronger than the Mercedes in the first half of the race. Oh, John Dudley and Franklin are after swapping positions. All these heavily damaged cars. Whoa, that Mercedes. I'll tell you one thing, that's great aero on the front of that.
No.
Great cooling.
Yeah, they'll be coming in at the end of this lap by the looks of it.
They'll have to. Gamble though got away with not too much damage, to be fair. At all, actually. Did he pit already? No, he didn't.
No, he hasn't. No.
The cars are so clean. That's what you call a good clean crash. How is Ver not getting by Dudley? Just goes to show the pace that Dudley had.
Yeah, definitely.
because I'd say that's driving like an absolute mare at the minute.
Yeah.
Then I might join up for next week. You definitely should join up for next week. Definitely, the more we see out here, the better. Massey, though, is starting to catch again. But this is where the Mercedes should pull out now.
Yeah, it's losing the top end. I think he's going to be vulnerable in the straights.
That Mercedes is so fast. But see, this is where the Honda should be definitely flying through the corners, though, which he is doing. He's only 0.3 of a second off here now. He might as well be smelling the exhaust coming out of that mark. Although he has the drag on him here. Not the most conventional place to overtake. He's not going to get by here. Chris Wall can just...
Chris has covered that off.
Yeah. Yes. You're never going to overtake on the outside there.
No, I don't know. I've tried it once or twice.
Yeah, and tried is the key word.
Chris is a bit slow through here.
Well, he's got a much better exit though, because the wider you go, the earlier on the power. So he's definitely blocking that one off. Dudley and Tedder swapping positions. Ver and Gamble. So Gamble's after getting by. What's happened there? We'll go back 10 seconds just to see. Gamble straight down the inside. Lovely jubbly.
That's one of those I think Ver's smart enough not to battle.
Well, it's only 55 minutes still to go, you know. Gamble, go on, Christie, my boy. Do you know what? We haven't actually given Christie a mention. We'll give him a mention. Sorry, Christie. There's been action everywhere. But Christie's doing a decent job. He's 2.5 seconds off Massey, but he's keeping Smee 1.1 seconds clear at the minute, so doing a great job with the pit window open as well, guys. You do have Chris Tedder in the pits, Dudley's in the pits.
Yeah. I think we could have seen that come in after the incident on turn 1.
I'm shocked.
Even didn't make it to turn 1, did they?
No, but I'm shocked they made it around 5 minutes without writing the cars off worse. Because they were heavily damaged, let's be fair.
Yeah, they were. There was some 90-degree steering wheels in there.
Oh, yes. How are the two Veers still going? Did one of them have severe damage?
No, I think he just went wide around the last chicane, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's what that was. That's not looking too bad.
This could develop into a good battle between Smee and Jurglis. They're very similarly paced.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm thinking as well? At the back, Tedder and Dudley are going to have a nice little ding-dong the whole way back up through the grid, hopefully.
Oh, Tedder's out of the pits. Dudley's still there.
Oh, wow. Dudley must have massive amount of damage.
Yeah, he's not even fixed yet.
Fuck. Tedder has a brand new car. Oh.
Chris
Wall's after going off. Massey's flown through. Let's go back here 30 seconds. I need to see this shit. So I'm a Chris Wall. Go helicam.
Down the back straight.
So it's going nicely. I'm sure. Did he clip the curb? No, so it's not there. So it must be then on the exit of the curb and up here. He might have hit the sausage curb.
Massey's pushed him into a mistake.
Yeah, he hit the sausage curb. That's exactly what happened there. Wow. Game changer from first to third in the blink of an eye. Hugo Santos looks like he's after going into the pits.
Jurglis is past me. What's happened there?
Jurglis is it? Can we go back 30 seconds again? It's too late. Jurglis looks like... I don't know what happened there.
I think I saw Smee going off behind wall.
He probably overreacted to while rejoining, probably. I've noticed that an awful lot in this game. When people do go off, people really do overreact to try and avoid them. Christian showed how nice it was just to avoid with keeping the foot in and just steering clear to the wideness of the track without any erratic kind of steering or evasive steering.
Yeah.
Because these cars don't like sudden jerks in the steering. I've noticed that much. Oh, Chris Wall sideways again.
Oh, that's a big one. That is a big one.
Oh, wow. He needs to get back to the pits ASAP. Hopefully he keeps it going and gets back to the pits. Oh, he's automatically put himself in the pits.
Yeah, I think a lot of damage there.
That was heavy. That was heavy.
It's opened up nicely for Massey, hasn't it?
Massively. And Darren Christie as well now up in second and Jorgels in third. They have it pretty much to themselves at the minute because Smee is 2.5 seconds now behind.
Where are Tedder and Dudley getting on?
So Tedder's now up into 9th spot there. So Tedder is doing not too bad, but he's like a lap, pretty much a lap down nearly. Well, not a lap down, that's a lie. Say about half a lap.
Yeah. Had a bit of a polish as well by the looks of it, looking nice and shiny.
I'm sure I wouldn't expect that from Chris other than a bit of a polish. Franklin, though, looks like Ferrari has still not got any fix as well, so Franklin's decided to stay out.
He's going through and
so he must be able to live with the bit of damage that's there. Mightn't be too bad. Might be just superficial.
Body work or whatever.
Yeah, bit of the minor body work there on the Mercedes of there. Matthew Gamble seems to have gotten away pretty much scot-free, really.
Fastest lap.
Yeah, with the fastest lap as well, but damage-wise he looks alright. Smee doesn't have any damage. I just think he might have been unlucky, as you said, being a bit evasive and dropped off a little bit, but these things can happen. 2 minutes of damage for Chris Ball.
What happened, Chris?
Wow.
Schumacher S's get hold of you and spit you out.
Oh man, that was tough.
Ted has just put the fastest lap of the race in.
I'm not surprised now. I'd say Tedder and Dudley. Dudley will be coming back as well. Dudley's only 4.5 seconds off Santos, so Dudley will be flying up through him now soon enough. Jorgels is starting to catch down Christie a little bit there as well. Yeah, I seen that. I think it was the same curve as well, Chris, that got you. It was that chicane the second time I think got him as well.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was on the exit of Schumacher S's.
No, that looked like it could have been, actually, because it was closer. That could have been the Schumacher S's the second time, actually, because the wall was definitely a lot closer.
Chris can tell us. He's going to know best, isn't he?
Go on, Chris, tell us.
Give us the info we need.
You're keeping us in suspense here. It's like getting a strip dance or a stripper to dance and then not taking off the bra. Come on, Chris, take off your bra. So Hugo Santos is now behind Dudley. So Dudley got that move done way faster than I expected. So Tedder is about a quarter of a lap ahead of Dudley now.
Yeah, he had a bit more damage, didn't he?
Look at this though. Jorgels is only a second off Christie, so Jorgels is pulling in Christie every second here. Jorgels is fancying a go at second spot.
Is he gaining on lead, or is the Massey pulling away?
So at the minute here, Massey's pulled away. He's 5.6 seconds clear of the guys. And Massey is a fast driver as well. So I think Massey would be favourite now to win. Unless for some crazy reason.
Yeah, it's his to lose.
100%. And every single corner Jorgels is pulling in. He's down to 0.7 of a second off now.
Good exit out of there onto the back straight.
Nicely done, nicely done. He's a much better exit there, wow.
That Audi is quick in a straight line though.
That McLaren though is sticking with him. In fact, it's gaining. He's pulled another 10th in down that straight. He's been very cautious through there down, has lost a few tenths.
Is that Hugo Santos in front of back marker?
Yeah, he's getting out of the way. Ooh, that was definitely getting close.
He was out of the way.
Yeah, just the way it was coming back in, it was like, oh. But yeah, so Jorgels, after losing quite a bit of time, lost half a second from just before the start of that corner. Much better line though for Jorgels here.
Getting the power a bit earlier.
Beyond the power, nearly flat now. If I was him in that Mercedes, it would have been in third gear in the exit for traction to get on the power earlier.
Yeah, that's a terribly slippy corner to get the power down on.
Yeah, 100%. Alpha, there's a phrase I never expected to hear when I joined this stream. What phrase is that? Because I think we've both said a few derogatory things at this stage. One of many things I probably never expect to hear in a stream for racing.
Right, I'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, no bother, bro. So So Juggles is doing his May West here, and he's after dropping off a little bit of time there now. But James Franklin is starting to catch Verne ahead as well. So that's Jay Ver there, and that's basically Jay Ver's view from behind there now in that Mercedes. So he is looking at that heavily damaged Ferrari coming at him. But then again, Jurgles has Smee coming back in. Smee's after catching up with Jurgles quite a bit, and Matthew Gamble is all over the back of Smee then as well. So there's going to be a nice little battle for third place quite soon, and even second spot. This will be quite interesting. Get your bra off, Chris. That's an average thing for Chris Wall. He still actually hasn't told us, actually. Chris, tell us, was it the Schumacher S's that got you on the last one, or was it both in the same corner on the end of Sector 3? We're still waiting to see, and take your bra off for us. So Gamble here is definitely catching. Oh, going to the right camera. He's catching Smee quite a bit here. Is he going to go for the late break move? He was thinking about it. So this is starting to get tasty. Smee's after dropping 2 seconds off Jurgles. And though Jurgles is starting to catch up as well. Chris Hall, CJ Racing, last chicane, first time Schumacher S's. Bras off, the Krakens are free. Go on, you good thing. Sorry, man. Brilliant, brilliant. Jeez, that's tough going though, mate, because you were doing so well. Great start as well. It was ideal for you, not ideal for the guys obviously getting involved, but it was an ideal start for you. The guys cleared out of the way straight away. But oh, look at the lights flashing here from Jurgles. Jurgles is trying to put every single bit of pressure on Darren Christie here.
Yeah, he's just taking a Chris Tedder approach to that, hasn't he? He loves a good flash.
Oh yeah. Well, look, we have bras off, so Chris got his bra off just in case you're wondering. He's let the Krakens freeze, he said. So Jurgles is super close, but look at this. Gamble is all. Look at Gamble here. Not just super close, he's got by. What a move.
Much better exit than that.
Although I have to say, you can tell the height of the beamer there. It looks like a big truck compared to the other
It does, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so high looking there. Oh, that's off fun. There you go. Look at that on the McLaren, much lower. Carl Verdo off the track. Let's have an old 10-second replay there. Oh, jeez, you don't well to hold that. That could have easily been a trip.
Or that could have been in the wall very easily.
Oh yeah, that was actually a very good save.
That'll be new pants, please.
Yeah. Chris Wall saying, yeah, he had a good start, but didn't enjoy a single lap in that car. Felt awful. To be honest with you,
I couldn't echo that even any better.
Well, to be fair, right, I'm going to say it now because that week is now over with. You had the most horrid week around Nuremberg. You just didn't get any luck, and like most of it, like actually, I don't think any of it was really your fault. What happened to you between the endurance race and then the races in ERA, mate? You were just so super unlucky.
No, it was just a week to write off. This season's been a write off for me, to be honest.
Really? Look at Gamble all over the back of Jurgles here. Gamble is on it, dude.
He is flying. I think he'd be putting in faster slaps if we were in traffic.
Yeah. And you know something, then it's only near Massey is now 7.6 seconds clear, but I have a feeling if Gamble was to be freed up a little bit, this could be a different story for Massey.
Yeah, Massey's going to want Jurgles to keep strong and not let him by, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. But then again, he still has Christie to pass as well. Oh, Christie to pass. See, luck is a part of racing. I'm not having much good luck, but I just keep going tonight. Thought just no. Well, look, I think that was down to the car. If you weren't feeling comfortable with the car. Oh, as Christie went off. Wow. So now Gamble for Jurgles. Gamble is going to be absolutely wetting for this now. And Smee is all over the back of Christie. This is great stuff. This is all for 2 podium positions. And the 4 cars are within a second of each other. Oh, Christie is really pushing it. Is he overdriving now?
Yeah, he needs to settle down, doesn't he?
Yeah.
His tyres are a bit on fire now.
Yeah. Look at this though, Gamble. I have a feeling I'm going to go for a sneaky move. Oh, he's too far back.
Oh, don't know.
Nah, he's too far back. Jurgles though has outbroke, I think. Oh. I know how stable the Beamer is in this section here. This section of shit, he can run the curbs the way the McLaren can't. So he can do more of the track. Pulling really tight. And then kind of sit in second gear and then third gear in the exit here. Jurgles is doing just enough. Look at this with Smeagol as well. The guys are also...
Like he's settled down a bit.
Oh, he's definitely settled down now.
It's the hardest part when you fuck up.
Yeah.
You're just trying to claw the time back instantly, and it's just not going to work, and you end up compounding the problem.
It never, ever works when you do that. But you can see they are still pulling away. So Neil Massey's still pulling away from these guys. So really Gamble really does need to get the move done on Jurgles to get him free air. Because this could be starting to become crucial. What's single half a second. Huh?
What's the gap to Gamble from Massey?
Gamble and Massey now at the minute is 8.2 seconds.
Ooh, so that's 13 seconds at least.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Gamble will be taking tyres.
He'd be silly to do it. What happened, Franklin?
He'll drive for an hour.
Oh, Franklin also hit the ball. Yes, he did. Oh, that was a heavy hit.
It's not the first time you see that kind of accident. It won't be the last.
Definitely not around Nuremberg anyway. Gamble's going to go for down the inside, but just had nowhere to go. But he's pulling back a bit. He's got a better drive. Okay, I think Gamble's going to go for here. He has to go for it. Oh, he's a bit too far back now.
Oh, he's going to stick his nose in. Make sure his nose is there.
Yeah,
try and pressure him into a mistake.
See, if I was him there, I'd throw the traction control up to 5 and absolutely ride that throttle. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for a tighter line here. Oh, is that rain?
Oh, it's rain. Yeah, rain's coming. We missed that, and we should have kept an eye on that.
Oh, well, I'll tell you one thing. That's changed. Now it's only due for about 7 minutes, though.
So it looks like it's not going to rain for long, but it's going to make the track wet. And that is going to cause issues for people because they're not going to want to come in for wets. So they're going to have to whack the traction control up and pray. So
Franklin's in the pits.
Or hopefully, has he gone to pits or returned to pits?
I think he went to the pits, but he's about 5 hours worth of damage there, so. Because that poor Ferrari got a huge slap. So if Chris Wall had 2 minutes, I would assume they're close enough to that on that Ferrari, because that was a heavy, heavy hit. So Tedder's after going by Franklin now anyway.
Yeah. This is Tedder's kind of weather.
Gamble's after getting by Jurgles.
Jurgles gone.
Don't know what happened. Let's have a look here. So Gamble and Jurgles. Of course, the fucking view. There we go. Oh. So he's got through there fine.
I turn 11. Exit at turn 11. That's where my money is.
And the entrance to it, under stairs.
Coming on the inside. Oh no, he's gone. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not too bad.
No, it could have been a lot worse.
Was it about to get worse? No, he managed.
No, I think he done a go. Jurgles after dropping down though, he's gone into the pits. They're hardly. There's no. Oh.
I hope no one takes wets. They can't.
That's what I'm thinking because the forecast is definitely saying, like, is the forecast off much? But Jurgles or Christie's definitely struggling.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 7-minute forecast. Next 2 minutes is going to rain.
But guess what? Matthew Gamble has already pulled in nearly 2 seconds on Massey.
Yeah, this is where the people with experience in driving the wet will gain time. So
Smee's dropping off like a hot thing now from Christie as well.
Mid and rear engine cars struggle in the wet.
Yeah, it looks like the Mercedes doesn't look too bad, but the Mercedes is going to be so tail happy though. Have no power on the rear. To be honest with you, I'd much prefer a mid-engine car here.
I found the Audi's fairly reliable in the wet. M4 probably the best car stability-wise in the wet.
I just think the M4 is overall just such an easy option to drive.
Yeah, if you're getting into ACC, it's certainly a car to look at using.
Yeah, 100%.
Generally, beginner cars are kind of recommended of the M4, the McLaren, or the Aston.
I'd say I'm laughing here at Alpha. # easy mode equals off. That's brilliant.
Chris has turned the rain on. Can we get some eyes on Chris? See how he's getting on.
Yeah, I'll jump on with Chris now. So this is actually convenient. Chris has the fastest lap and he lets it rain as if he wants to keep the fastest lap. So the track is now officially gone to damp. So Gamble's after pulling in under a half a second. Calver looked like he went up, but he's back on track. So he can... Jesus. Javer is starting to catch up, but Tim Smee's after dropping a huge amount off Darren Christie. Nearly 8 seconds off him now. They were literally within half a second.
I can't imagine it's fun.
Yeah. Oh. Jurgen's gone off as well. Oh, is that another one? Did he go into the wall? Going through the Schumacher has carried probably too much carb, lost it. He's done well to keep it out.
He saved it.
He saved his bacon.
Fair play to him.
Well, Christy, how you doing? Good evening to you, Christy. What is the crack? Are you Christy's young son that does be watching on TikTok when I do stream on TikTok? Christy has a little fan that follows him.
Are they related?
That's his 14-year-old son, if it's the young lad I'm thinking of. Now, those times are closer to mine in the dry. I love it. Oh, that's his brother. So that's his other brother.
Oh, that's his brother.
Ah, okay. Nice one. Yeah, your little brother does watch on... Or older brother, I don't know, does watch on TikTok when I stream on TikTok. So Gamble's doing a good old job. 5 seconds now, so he's pulling in every second. Jurgel's in the pits, he goes. Tedder now up into 7th. It's like Tedder planned this, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like it's not going to rain. Well, it's wet now.
Yeah. Oh.
This is going to be difficult. They can't pit for tyres.
No, Tedder, you can see the understeer city there is absolutely... See, now this is where the Beamer is going to be a darling to drive. I know it's... look, it's going to be twitchy regardless, but I think it's going to be much nicer now.
You feel planted. Be interesting to see what traction control Chris is running.
Do you know what? We'll jump on.
Can we get in his cockpit?
Oh, Smee and Ver are after going off.
Ooh.
Massey went... Everyone's just going from yellow to white to green to yellow. I don't know where to be looking. Right, we'll jump on with Tedder. Let's go in. So I don't think it shows us anything. No.
Yeah, no, we get TC.
Oh, yeah.
TC on the dash.
3. TC
and ABS is always right.
3 and 6.
That's all you get. So that's going to be a touch-up for what they normally are.
It's not showing us there on that one.
5, yeah, 5. No, there is 5 and 4. You just got to find
6
up the
and
dash.
6 there with Campbell. Wow.
You run the Beamers run a little bit higher anyway.
I used to run the Beamer in 4 and 4, and then lower if I could. Although when I first started racing messing here, Chris Tedder was nearly giving out to me because I was running with no TC. But I loved it.
Yeah, it's like sitting down eating your dinner. You got a knife and fork, but you use your hands.
I love it, but it's all about real car control.
Yeah, but it's a gentleman's league, gentleman's series, isn't it? So use the tools to your aid.
Nah.
Not quite a dick measuring contest.
But that's what I see. It's not for me. It's not a dick measure because for Formula 1 and that, I started doing it without any kind of TC and stuff like that, and it was a lot harder. It humbled you. Oh! There was no stopping there. See, these conditions now, it's all about patience. Because I think you get excited catching someone that quickly.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, right, because I think Massey had a small moment because it did seem flash yellow, but then back to white. So we might have just had a small off moment.
I think with the different cars as well.
Franklin's off.
Ooh,
he's kept it out of the ball.
Saved it. Because the cars act so differently in the wet.
Oh yeah.
To dry and compared to each other. The brake points can be different. Some people might not be comfortable.
Look
a
at
lot
the
of people won't
spray.
be comfortable in the wet.
But luckily enough, there's no more actual rain, but it's going to take quite a bit, I think, for that. Another few laps for that track to even get a proper kind of damp line back in.
Good while for it to come to. There's been no temperature in the tyres.
No, I'd say it's an absolute ice rink out there at the minute. Track temperature's only 20 degrees. Wow, 20 degrees. I'd say there's no temperature. Look at this though for the race lead. 1.3 seconds and dropping.
But Mr. Gamble needs to be patient.
He does. He just needs to think to himself, right, I'm catching him this fast. Let's wait, catch up, get a good exit on one of the corners, and just do it simply. No point making it complicated.
Yeah, not that I'm saying he's impatient, but he just needs to take his time.
Well, it's not being impatient.
If it dries up, and he's got the pace in the wet, so...
Yeah. What it is, though, I think it's the excitement that comes into you, and you want to get the move done when you know you have the pace. Because you can utilise the pace you have now, and it'll pay off later in the race.
Definitely.
And if he was to get a nice gap up, he could stop for tyres as well. But then again, you won't know what tyres to be using at the minute, bicycle tyres or what.
Well, running, it's gone to damp now, so it's drying up. But running slicks in the wet, you won't wear them. Yeah. So if you're on the border of changing or not, you wouldn't be changing now.
Oh no, it's healthy. Yeah. But then again, I don't know. If you have the gap, I'd be changing for tyres anyway. Because
if you've got the gap, but I don't think you'll get the gap.
No, probably not. Probably not now. Because in fairness, it hasn't really paid. Oh, he was going to have a look there. A bit of opposite lock in the exit. So he's keeping it on 6 and 6.
In the wet.
He's going to go for it. Oh, he was thinking about it.
Not. He's trying to force him into a mistake, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, forced himself into one nearly.
He's doing it. He's looking good going sideways.
For the ladies. Or fellas, I don't know what he's into. I don't want to be getting in trouble for that.
Never be too careful nowadays.
That's the truth. Let's stop watching HorseBox streams. He said I'm straight.
You get cancelled.
Yeah. I'll be locked off all social medias in the morning. He's been patient enough now. I think he's learned the first time to kind of not overdo it.
Yeah, I mean normally, like Matty's literally the most consistent driver on the era grid.
Definitely. Yeah, he is.
And he's quick with it. He's smart enough. He'll know what he's doing. There's 26 minutes left, 27 minutes left. There's plenty of time.
Yeah. Oh, it's always nice just to get the move done.
Yeah, definitely.
Macho, if you can hear us, send it. That was a nice exit there.
Richie, who's quicker out of you and your brother?
Well, his little brother is very confident that he's faster than his dad.
Who isn't though? What 14-year-old isn't confident or overconfident?
Well, what 14-year-old wouldn't be faster than their dad in games?
I don't know.
Although that track looks like it's drying up fairly quick now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gone to damp now. It's nearly a line showing. Starting to get a bit of temperature back, a bit of pressure back.
Do you know what? It's starting to look like it's pretty much there. Like, it looks like it's pretty much dry. There's not much in terms of damp out there, really.
There's not too much spray coming up, is there?
No, just haven't looked at. That looks dry. That looks like it's dry.
Deceptive.
Yeah.
Have we got any battles going on the track at all, apart from up the front?
Mr. Gamble. Oh, he's a much better line there if he kept the power in. I think he hesitated a little bit there, didn't he?
Difficult not to.
Oh, what happened, Carl? Let's go back 10 seconds. Oh, Dusty, where it went.
That Schumacher's body count tonight is cracking up, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Got to be double figures nearly.
Oh, it is, 100%. 100%. I think everyone's had a moment there at this stage. Chris Tedder still at the fastest lap. But why is that saying down? That's definitely a dry track now.
It's looking that way. Can't be too far off.
Although track temperatures haven't increased really. What multiplier is this on? Oh,
4x.
So
finish about 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm surprised then that the track temperatures haven't jumped up slightly. Because it was running, what was it, 28 degrees, 27 degrees before the bit of rain?
Was it that high?
Yeah.
It was that high.
Pretty sure it was about 27. So, Christy, let us know if you're faster than your dad. I'm afraid to ask questions to CJW about what I was asking him earlier now, in case we have a minor in the channel. 24 PSI for Chris Tedder.
He's about 3 PS off where he needs to be.
Oh, Massey went off.
Oh, there we go. That's what Matty was waiting for.
There was a tiny bit of spray there.
Oh, he's just taking that too quick.
But did you see the spray though?
Yeah, there's a bit.
Yeah, so there actually is still a bit of dampness there, which I did not see. But Massey's back going, but this is absolutely great for Campbell. He's a 5-second penalty and he's 5.7 seconds clear at the minute.
Oh, don't worry about that. There's more important things going on. 36 Ds. Can we see these?
Oh wow! Let's change the live stream to Chris Wall's camera.
Can we get hot tubs and swimming pools or wherever it is? And
nice. I'll pay for the flights we're on the way. That's what I like to hear, Chris. What a hero.
Chris, do you remember what the temperatures were when you started?
I was going to give everyone a no look because Santos is doing a great job out there, in fairness to him. Told you Campbell would do it, I'd always believed in him.
It's not easy to keep going when you're at the back.
No, but fair play. I much prefer seeing these guys doing this. But for Santos, I think tonight it's more about getting the track time in.
Yeah. You only learn by doing.
Yeah, but you know, he's driving quite safe and he's not overusing the carbs or anything like that, in fairness to him. He's using the right amount of apex and that as well. Yeah. Jay Verdo, on the other hand.
Oh. 26 degrees when the race started.
Right, I'm confused. Right.
Straight on.
So he made that, no, but there's huge damage on the car, so he lost up here, has to be.
Oh, here we go.
No way.
I've met that barrier many a time.
I've never seen someone hit that barrier.
Oh.
Wow.
He better be paying attention to his MFD.
Yeah, he's staying out though.
Like that.
Campbell's doing very well, so I'm going to jump on with Franklin next. So Franklin in a much healthier looking Ferrari now after a massive amount of work went on to that.
What? Could you see where we're at with pit stops? Has anyone got a stop still?
The top 5 are yet to pit.
And how far back is Tedder?
Only 17 seconds off, so it's going to be quite interesting.
How far is he off Gamble? Quick maps.
Gamble. He's about fucking 5 hours away. Gamble can change tyres comfortably and will stay ahead of Tedder.
Oh, okay.
To be fair. And Dudley now is not, well, he's actually quite a bit off Tedder. Fuck. Dudley's still nearly 40 seconds.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah.
I don't think he had quite that much damage.
And then Javer
clawed time back in the wet by the looks of it.
Yeah. Tedder's flying there. There he is in 6th spot. He still has the fastest lap of the race, the 1:56.9. And I'll throw up the times there as well. That's the gaps. Well, some of them. Like, they're huge gaps, really. But Massey's doing a good job, though. Massey's staying kind of near that 5-second range.
Oh, hang on. When Teddy goes over the line, pull up the timing again.
Well, I have the timing out to the left, see that?
Oh, there we go. Beautiful. That's what we want. How'd you get that?
I forgot that I can have control of that. I'm so used to doing the rap. I'm too concentrated on the racing. I'm just giving everyone a bit of airtime at the minute as well. While there's no majorly close racing as well. So Carl is racing for Hispania Racing Team. They've moved from Formula 1 to GT racing.
So Tedder is around...
Oh, Tedder will jump K anyway.
Off Gamble, I don't think.
Tedder's definitely getting by back guy Carl. He might get by Smee depending on what Smee does.
Tedder will get up to third or fourth, I think.
Honestly, I think fourth will be the max for him. Just time-wise, there's such a huge gap. And if any of the top three decide to go with tyres as well, Tedder's not going to be able to have the pace with fresh rubber. Although, I suppose that rain would have helped him quite a bit.
Yeah, that rain's definitely dragged the tyre life out a lot longer.
Track temperature's down to 19 degrees now, and Chris was saying that it was 26 degrees when they started. 1.4% PSI drop, geez. Wow. 1.4 what? That's a huge in PSI. Those carbs are lethal in the dry. Hitting them in the wet is a death sentence. We've definitely seen that tonight. Definitely seen that tonight.
I think Chris has found that out in the dry as well.
Yeah, Chris has found out on every S's. Any S, Chris has found out. Yeah, 2 minutes of damage though. I think that's hard to come back by. I think that's exactly what happened there, Dudley. He got about 2 hours of damage. He was in the pits that long, unfortunately. Oh, Darren Christie has kept it going. Anyway, he was lucky. He's lucky. He has enough of a gap. Massey though is pulling back in Gamble at quite a rate of knots. Now 3.6 seconds off in the live time. As I know the game ones update a little bit
Every
later.
Sector, don't they?
Why aren't they live? I don't understand why it's not live, Delta.
I could go on for hours about how ACC is terrible for anything but the racing.
Or Cooper comes in now, looks pretty dry for a Monday race. If you only see the 10 laps or 10 minutes ago, and they were on dry tyres on it. To be honest, lads, had a rough few days, so not really in the mood. I usually will crack on. Look, absolutely understandable, but like with 2 minutes of damage, you would be just fighting with yourself.
It's race ending, isn't it?
It is what it is there. There's nothing you can do there.
There's nothing worse than cracking on after 2 minutes of damage in a car that you're fucking detesting.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be in it.
We're going to go on for a lap with Hugo Santos, give him a bit more airtime.
See how he's getting on.
Look at this. This is what you call a proper back marker, just getting out of the way with the blue flag.
He knows it's not going to affect his race in the long run.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter whether you're racing, you need to get out of the way of drivers. That's the kind of etiquette guys need to be seeing. Now, I'm just going to jump back because Jay Ver looked like he was off the track for quite a bit. Oh! Jeez, he slapped that wall.
Schumacher S's marks another one on the bedpost.
Wow. And Massey is in the lead. What happened, Gamble?
Was that Gamble? Gamble was turned around.
Let's helicam this. Let's get a good view.
Or has he hit the green carpet in?
Oh, he did. Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. It's just such a horrible part of track.
A slow spin, is it?
Yeah.
He's had to wait to let him through as well.
He got to enjoy the heart-sinking moment of watching him and Massey go by. There's nothing worse.
Oh, he's got all to do now, hasn't he? Still got a pit as well.
And the track temperature is now down to 18 degrees. I'd say they are losing tyre pressure to beat the band on temps.
Dry line appearing though.
Oh, Smee's out of the pits now. So Tedder's jumped by Smee. Jay Ver is back on. Looks like Jay... Oh no, Jay Ver just lost it there. What happened to him? I just drove off. Okay. He's parked up for a minute. So Massey's now back into the lead. Gamble 3.1 seconds behind. Jay Vers was parked on the track. I don't know what Jay Vers is doing. So Tether is 57.7 seconds behind Christie. I don't think he's going to get by Christie. I just don't think so. If you only do a splash and dash.
I'm trying to think how long the pit is.
But see, he's only going to be splashing and dashing now. There's not going to be a load of fuel going into the car.
I think it's probably about a 30-40 second stop.
Oh, did you only race this week? On one day this week? Oh. So John Dudley though catching Carl Ver. So Dudley is starting to come back through it up to 6 now if he gets this done, which would be quite good because very unlucky at the start.
Yeah. Just circling back to what you were saying about the blue flags, I've got quite a bit of a different view.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I don't know how aware of GT rules you are, so you don't need to get out of the way. You just can't defend it. Fair. So I think people don't necessarily understand that. Yes, people like this in Santos's position where they're not racing against anyone. Move out of the way, not quite as dramatic as Santos did to keep it safe, but just lift off early. But when you're not so bad this season era because with the split server, but previously there'd be battles going on through the field with quite the pace difference. It becomes like you've got a quicker guy coming through, you're aware of that, but then you're racing your own race and you're actually in a battle, you're not. So it's a double-edged sword. It's easy to look at it from the view of the guys in front, where they're racing from the front, so they should have rights, where they don't really. There's different views on it, and I understand everyone's opinion.
For me, I still have the opinion from being so used, as I say, because I raced in Formula 1 for years. I'm still kind of getting rid of those rules of like even track limits, being able to run curves like you can in this kind of a game. It's such a different kind of a beast.
I think people get caught up in that point of not necessarily understanding. Oh, as Dudley's.
He was definitely thinking about it.
To get through, isn't he?
Gamble now is only a second off Massey. These guys are trading all the time.
A trio of mercs.
I'm loving this battle. It's only for 6th spot, but it's great.
No, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you've got the lead car coming through, like the guy, you move out of the way or ease off, you could lose two spots.
Yeah, no, that's true. It is. That's what happens in Formula 1, and it is annoying for the drivers that are racing kind of for 10th, 11th.
Yeah, it's not been so much of an issue this season because whilst I'm not as quick as the guys at the front, I normally finish around the lead lap or thereabouts. So
Lovely,
and I think a lot of the grid are finishing on the same lap. Oh, someone's just gone.
That was Carl,
Yeah, Vers is gone.
That's Dudley boying out.
Another notch on Schumacher S's bedpost.
Schumacher S's has literally slept with everyone tonight. Do you know what I reckon's after happening now? I'm going to put a theory out here. So, think of this, right? Is it a coincidence? Chris Wall goes off of that corner and then he lets those 36Ds out at that corner and the boys are all looking and crashing?
Yeah, so Chris has parked up, got out of his car, he's standing on the barrier, isn't he, with his baps out.
Oh, what a dude. What a dude. He's causing the action for us here. I'm loving it.
Yeah, Dogmeat makes a good point. Like, when you're a rookie, you focus on what's in front of you. You don't necessarily, whilst you're aware of what's behind, a car that's 2 or 3 seconds a lap quicker, you don't necessarily expect gambles in on the pits.
Sorry, just the way Chris put that message. My sim card, he's dangling over the fence with some lamps flapping in the rain. What a dude. What a dude. So Gamble's in the pits. He's decided I think that's a smart move.
Yeah, because you're going to get held up while the radio was catching Massey.
Yeah, so now this will be interesting to see Will Tedder get anywhere near Gamble here?
Tedder's putting his foot down, isn't he?
He absolutely is.
I think Gamble will be on his way out by about now.
No.
Oh.
He went for tyres there. Oh no, it would have been stupid to go for tyres now, I think.
I don't think he's got those two tyres. I think he had the 5 second penalty, didn't he?
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. No, so Massey and Christy, what can they do now, Christy?
So it's all on Massey now. What's his? Is he going to be able to put the lap times in?
Well, Christy, I think, will be that little bit closer as well. Now, I don't think he's going to be that close. Yeah, she was 15 seconds off, pretty much. Alpha, I thought it was a roofer carrying his nail bags on the site. 30 euro. Let's see what Christy does. Massey surely is going to have to just jump in this lap. It won't make any sense from not to just go in and get it done.
Yeah, he's got 4 minutes. It's this or the next.
Yeah. See, Gamble has a lot of time to catch up really now with that 5 second penalty as well.
Yeah.
It's looking quite tasty.
Let's go to the next lap.
So Massey's staying out. Does Christy go in? Actually, Christy's a little bit back. Christy's staying out as well. So at least Gamble can just focus on.
As long as possible, haven't they?
Yeah. So at least Gamble can just focus now and just pretty much do quali laps now with the lighter fuel load as well. Chris Tedder still with the best lap.
Yeah, that ain't going anywhere. Not in this.
Yeah, it's still greasy. Yeah. Look at the track though now, 16 degrees. Holy shit. Anyone who's out there very long, I'm sure them tyre pressures are doing nothing for them now.
Yeah, them tyre pressures are going to be struggling.
At least I think for Gamble, that could be a positive for Gamble if he was able to adjust them. Although, can you adjust them without changing tyres?
No, you can't.
Because that would have been quite a handy little trick. Well, Gamble is catching Christy at right knots each lap, which in turn means he's obviously pulling in on Massey as well.
He's got clean air, hasn't he?
Massey delaying pits as you lose even more temps in the pit lane. More sense delay. Oh, fair enough. Never thought of that. So I'm going to jump on with Massey now because he's going to have to come into the pits this lap.
He's not going to get another lap in, is he?
No. He'd be disqualified, wouldn't he, if he tries it?
Yeah, they'll both be coming in now.
And I do want to give a massive shout out to Santos though. Fair fucks to him staying going.
Yeah, fair play, especially in the wet. He's
what a hero.
Clearly, with no disrespect, he's off the pace, but he's kept going.
But that's how you learn.
That's all you can ask. Yeah,
that's how you learn.
Unlike some people, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, getting your tits out, mate. He's enjoying making people crash.
Yeah, Mass is in now.
I used to call you the Slutter Race, and I think he's taking it over for Amigos. You're teaching him well, Liam.
I'll have a harem of sluts soon.
So now this is the thing. I'm going to jump on with Gamble. Because Christy will be going in as well.
Yeah, it could be close into T1.
Oh, Gamble is definitely flying now. He's much closer than I expected. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
He's off. Where's Gamble?
I'll keep it on the helicam. He's coming down the straight. Oh, this is close. Does Gamble do it?
Interesting to T1.
Gamble gets it.
Oh, Gamble's done it. What
a dude. 5-second penalty.
As well. He lost pressure in tyres.
Wow.
He is absolutely flowing for them two laps and pulled the undercut off nicely.
Wow. Well done to him. And now that he'll have the temps a bit better than what Chrissy has or Massey has them.
Yeah,
I think
track's
he's...
got to green now, so they should be able to build a bit more pressure and a bit more temps.
Yeah.
It's just gone too fast as well.
Wow. Tedder could be on for third place. I didn't think it was possible. He's only 3 seconds off Chrissy now. This would be a great recovery from Tedder.
You what, sorry?
It'd be a great recovery from Tedder if he gets it.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Just goes to show, as much as you get binned, if you get binned on lap 1 at T1, still stick it out.
Oh, 100%.
Especially in this league, you never know what's going to happen with the weather.
Oh, but see, I'm calling shenanigans here. Isn't it quite funny how the league owner magically the settings change and he's up into a podium victory?
He's got the rain button.
The next time he's streaming, we need a stream where his hands are at all times.
you just want a foot cam. Let's not lie.
Glenn just wrote in, you need to remember that advice, Liam. What advice was that?
Shut up, Glenn. Well, can we? Whoever's a modder, can we ban him?
I'm going to make Glenn a mod so he can never be banned.
He'll end up banning me.
Yeah. How about the first lap? Fair. But in fairness,
Glenn last night he was spitting.
Yeah.
Lap 1.
But sometimes if the damage is a few minutes, it's kind of hard to get that motivation.
Yeah, it is frustrating.
But even like Dudley done very well. He's up in 6th spot after what seemed to be eternity in the pits at the start as well.
Yeah, Dudley's done a good job.
Yeah, but Gamble is definitely being up there, even though I think Gamble was unfortunately the first person who loves Jay, your brother's not giving you any ease tonight. He loves a rage cut in the first lap.
So I'll go and speak to him after the race and give him a fucking shoe-in.
Oh, look, Vera's fighting away here. Even though it's not actually for track position. Two brothers having a little ding-dong.
Yeah.
Brotherly love.
Bit of the old Tucker dog drafting.
Cheers for the old sub there, Gleno. Oh, there'll be brothers fighting after that one.
There'll be a scrap. Nearly. If that was Glenn, I would have
God. Them boys are literally just going at it now. That's it. Slow down and give us another battle like that, lads. So Massey's now 3.3 seconds off Magic Gamble. I think Gamble has this in the bag, let's be fair about it.
Yeah, he's pulled away, hasn't he?
The start from my point of view was not. I'd say it was because we've done the point of view of Gamble for how the incident happened, and then I seen on the main stream before I done the replay, you just flew through the middle of it. I'd say you were blessed. I'd say there was poo coming out you there. Oh, it's Chris Tedder 1.3 seconds off. We have to stay on here now. We don't mind the helmet view. Let's pretend we're Chris Tedder now. What are you thinking? Is my car still waxed, or are you thinking of the race? The Santa's getting out of the way again. Santa's, what a hero. What a fucking hero. Hard on the brakes. Down to third gear. I would have took that, or second gear. I would have took that in third even, because the track is fast now as well.
Depends where his tyres are as well, isn't it?
I don't know. I might have to teach Tedder a few things after this and bring it in for a session. 15 degrees the track is. I'd say that's horrendous. Because he pitted so early as well. I'd say he was really struggling, but obviously not struggling that much if he's catching Christie. Christie really just needs now to do his May West.
That Audi as wide as possible.
Oh yeah. I'd be parking it on the curbs, I would.
Absolutely.
Oh, he just doesn't have the grip in the front end. You can tell when someone's really struggling with the tyres.
Yeah, they're working that wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Chris is still quite comfortable with the feel of the tyres. Because he's able to flow through there and not overwork the wheel as well.
Yeah, you can tell he's got the pace on him. He's not pushing behind him. I think he's waiting for him to make a mistake, trying to force him into a mistake. I
think there'll be one more lap anyway. Nice and wide, come back tight on the power early. He's moved up to ABS, you see that to 4.
I can can see that.
And the traction control's down to 1.
Down to 1. Yeah, that's about normal in a Macca.
Cooper, he ain't got it 1 lap to make that move. Oh, that's tantalisingly close. Less than half a second. He's on the throttle a bit earlier there as well.
Christy picks up a bit of gravel. Now he's like an absolute rat drain pipe down the straight.
No, but Tedder absolutely hopped off the limit in third gear as well, which slowed him down. Oh, what a... That was an...
Oh, is he gonna... Oh.
Oh, these boys are just... They're doing everything. Oh, I'm going on to the splitter view for this.
You won't see much about the Audi back end.
Look at that.
Can he he's going for the old switcheroo.
But then having the inside line, Christie's a nicer line there. If I was Christie, I would have parked it a little bit so Tedder would have had to run a bit wider again.
Get him off the throttle.
Yeah.
Gamble's run away with it, and he's pulling out again.
Yeah, I'll jump on with Campbell in a minute, but this is a great little ding dong for the last podium position.
I think this is the action we want to see.
Yeah. And especially the last lap for the last spot on the podium.
I think Teddy's going to pull a move out into the last chicane.
At the minute, Christie's doing enough. Christie just needs to hold the inside line here.
He's got the flashes going. He loves it.
Yeah. Christie's doing enough still. He has the inside line for the S's. You can run Tedder wide and get Tedder off the throttle though. Yeah. And Tedder's coming back though.
Oh, it says around the outside. Has he done it?
That was a lovely move.
What a move.
That was a lovely move. Let's have another reshot of that there, but Helicamera. That was gorgeous. Christie he slowed himself down, hitting the gravel a bit, which helped Tedder along, but great move. And Gamble is across the line anyway with the race win. Massey in second and Tedder. That's a well-deserved third spot fighting through the field like that. What a move. What an absolute move. Although Christie trying to come back though. Christie was literally giving it everything. Fair play. That's what we like to see, guys. Tedder, what a move to pull off for your podium position. And Christie, a very honourable fourth place because he fought that to the end.
Yeah.
Well done.
That was a great last lap.
That was brilliant to see. Smee then coming around into fifth spot. John Dudley, a great finish in fairness. I know it's only sixth spot, but after having 15 hours worth of penalties or damage, so they say, that's a great. Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, Smee's had a fairly quiet race after his incident for the last game. Dudley's clawed about 9. I mean, he's only finished, what, 50, 60 seconds behind the lead.
Yeah.
Given the damage he had, I think that's a cracking job.
It's a cracking job, is right. Carl Byrne then up in 7th after having a little ding-dong with his brother.
Yeah.
It's just a slight one.
Time in that house.
Why the fuck did you do that?
Mummy, Daddy!
He's a bastard. You're not my brother anymore.
You're adopted.
Yeah. Ma told me you were adopted. So Franklin then, and then we have Ver behind, and then Hugo Santos. I want to give this dude a massive shout out. Yes, he didn't have the pace of the guys, but he stuck it out. What an absolute champ. Honestly.
Should we go and jump into Amigos race chat and bombard them with questions?
Absolutely. What else would we do at our time, sure?
Right.
Fair play Tankosaurus, fair play Alpha as well. But we're going to do the interviews now. I'm going to jump in. We're just going to just totally bombard the fucker. Alright. My doc's already in there. Alright, ladies.
I've been feeling shivers the whole fucking ass, man.
He's got a new book come out. It's called Murder, He Wrote.
Chris, I need to ask you one thing. Is it a conspiracy that because you were nearly last, the rain comes and then you get a podium?
I could have done it for staying dry, mate, to be fair. I was actually going quicker in the dry. I was losing time to Matt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a tough start, man, wasn't it?
It was unlucky, mate. We had two collisions at the start, which was not to do with me, but, we pitted early on and just hope for the best then.
Yeah, from my view, it looked like Matty didn't necessarily realise how much overspeed he had on you, Chris, when he cut across.
That's exactly, that's what we thought as well, being honest.
Well, he had the slipstream, didn't he, behind me and John, and then he applied Mario Go-Karts mode.
What it looked like was when he was trying to pull the move, he just did not expect you to be as slow, and while he was turning, there's nothing he could do at that stage. If he anchored on the brake, it would have caused a huge accident behind as well. It was just super unlucky.
Mate, I don't hold no grudges. It is what it is. So I actually had a really good fun race there.
Yeah, that was a great one, and Ollie's fell kind of short on the Schumacher S's though as well. I think there was no one got away with a clean race around the Schumacher S's there.
That Schumacher S's took a lot of bodies tonight.
Yeah,
it was tough in the wet, especially on the dry tyres.
I'd say so. Matthew done an unreal job there. Fair play to you, in fairness, and I mean that just for taking Chris out. Never mind going on to win the race.
I think myself really, didn't I?
At least he's consistent.
Well, I went to go to the right, and then I saw the gap was closing to John, so I was like, I'll not do what I did last week, and then I ended up doing what I did last week. So what can you do?
Come here, I want to give a shout out to Santos as well, boys. He wasn't on the pace of you guys, but absolutely doing a great race, in fairness to him.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to see that as well.
Santos done really well, to be fair, coming in.
A well-behaved back mark as well, getting out for you guys. Exactly.
People are not always used to driving in these sort of changeable conditions, so when you're used to doing it, he's come in, and he's done really well, and he will improve because of it.
And Darren, you there?
Yep.
Darren, why couldn't you make your Audi a little bit wider?
Yeah.
I tried for as long as I could.
Yeah, you held him off for a good while, but I think, what happened in the Schumacher race? Did you just go a little bit wide?
I flashed him 2 seconds.
He flashed me.
We saw that.
And I was laughing, and John said, "What are you laughing about?" And then I came off.
That was good stuff, boys. Absolutely brilliant stuff. I think in terms of the stream guys, it's always put on a great race, and a few of the guys from ERA were in the chat and looking to join. I think Cooper's looking to join in again properly with this, and I think there was one or two others that would be interested. So
earlier that he's interested.
Yeah, more the merrier, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's it's like we have a lot of fun in it. We just have as much fun in the chat as you do in the commentary.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, it's great fun with Liam tonight, I have to say.
Yeah, it's good fun being on the other side.
It's quite funny down that start-finish straight though, the lap before. I don't think I could have got any closer to the back of the Audi.
Oh, you're right there behind him, weren't you? Bum drafted him.
Fair enough, mate.
Yeah, it was definitely a very fun last lap for us to watch. Unfortunately, Gamble, we didn't get to see you crossing the line at all. We were just glued onto Chris.
The right thing would have been to pull over and let Chris and John through, but I mean, if you want to take the unvalued win, feel free.
Yeah.
I thought they were like
the moral of the story
the
there,
last
just
one.
punt your way to the start, to the front.
Yeah, that's it. What you got to do is you got to start third, punt the first, quick two off. You stop, you let them through, and then you just pass everyone, and then you're grand. That's what you do.
What the new rule should be is that you get placed behind the person you punt. So John finished 6th, so that should make you 7th.
Yeah, probably. In all seriousness, so I did feel absolutely awful. Like these boys, I'll tell you, I was apologising away. I can imagine. But yeah, no, I was watching it back there, and I think he's right. I let off a wee bit, but it wasn't enough. Like I let off and braked a wee bit, but it was too. I didn't realise that it's so much more speed. Than
you were never going to avoid that at that stage, especially when you started making the move to go to the left. You could never really, you couldn't have put into consideration the amount of overspeed you had compared, because you were getting a lovely tow, and the boaties were definitely faster than ART Chris down that straight. So by all means, when you pulled to the left there, there's nothing you could have done. There's nothing. Even if you anchored the brakes, you were still going to hit him.
Yeah, even when I went to the right and thought, I'll not do this again. I thought there might have been a gap, but then I thought better of it. So I went, I'll just go left and go in outside. And
There was a speed bump in the way.
But yeah, apologies again, lads. Look, it's on stream now. There you go. Sorry. So it's all good. But yeah.
But the main thing
I'm
is your
happy to
move
accept
worked.
any penalties.
That private message you sent me telling me that you're going to take the boys out and win. It worked out.
You were sitting asking for an autograph, and I sent you one, like, so I'm not having that.
Oh, actually, boys, that was hilarious earlier on. He was private messaging me about the race. I was like, give me your autograph. He literally sends me an autograph picture.
You asked and you will receive, like, and all that crack, like.
I'm going to sell it online now for at least 10 cents.
Oh, I'm worth 10 cents. Let's go. not even a euro, like, unreal.
No,
Mate,
no.
you're doing nothing for him. You'll be a millionaire.
Well, look, guys, I'm going to finish off doing the stream here, so I'll pop out of it. Limo, do you want to stay here or do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, cheers for having us. It's been a good evening.
Yeah, thanks for the commentary. It was really good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, guys.
It was absolutely great with you, Limo. I have to say, I think, to be honest with you, never mind the race and getting to flirt with you for a few hours was amazing.
Stop it, you made me blush.
Well, we got to see, oh, by the way, lads, when you look back at the stream, I'm not going to tell yous, but there was certain X-rated things being mentioned.
I know, I had it on, mate. I had a chat with him.
Right, guys, I'm going to end the stream
got a few
here.
things to answer to.
So, Chris, where are we next week with Amigos?
Alton Park.
There we are. Alton Park.
Oh, yes.
I've got a certain track guide for that if you've not seen it before.
I wonder, I might have that actually preloaded and ready to use.
Yeah. Unshameless plug here.
Actually, so guys, anyone from ERA, join up, especially for next week for that race as well. And Chris, are you running actually all the way through Christmas, or what's your calendar actually?
No, we'll take a week off over Christmas, but we will start afresh straight into the new season when it's due. I think it's 2 or 3 races before Christmas. We'll take the week off for Christmas. I'm not sure how it works in terms of dates over Christmas. I'm not sure if it'll be a week or 2 we take off.
Okay. Well then, guys, look, anyone who's watching the streams, anyone who's in ERA, you can still get a good bit of racing here over in Amigos where you're waiting on the new season there as well. And why not stay racing? It's a different day. And Chris is sadistic, so you don't know if it's going to be snowing, sunny, or what. But,
2 weeks off over Christmas, lads. 2 weeks off over Christmas.
Not too bad. So, well, look, guys, for myself, I'm just going to stop the stream here. I'll stay and chatting with you anyway. But thanks for coming along and joining. Thanks for the subs, the follows, the banter, the flashing of tits, everything else that happened.
Yeah. Love it, mate. Love it. I get it loaded and X-rate it.
Guys, we'll talk to you soon.